number 2. What skill or quality do you have that you're most proud of? This is a fantastic question. Fantastic question. What skill or quality am I most proud of? I think awareness. Awareness is my favorite skill, I would say, that I've been developing intentionally over the past 3.5 years. And this all came about, like, awareness. What is that, right? It seems so kind of vague and abstract. And sometimes, like, as a kid and you're playing like sports video games and you're creating a player, there's like an option for awareness. And you're like, why would I put points to that when I can just like put it on shooting or, quickness? But awareness is about this like cognitive ability to observe what's happening around you. And I don't want to say understand it, but like notice it, observe it, think about it. It's a skill that can be applicable to literally like everything. Everything, right? Like I'm in the field and I'm aware of the different types of birds that are coming to get worms after we're digging up the ground here. I'm aware of how the ground looks, how the air looks, how an old barn is over there, how it looks, and what is it telling you? We have these big electrical towers, not towers, we got big power lines running through here, right? What does that mean? And being more thoughtful and considerate to the world around you and how there's all these interdependent parts. But getting back to like why I found it important to practice and develop was, I think Olive and I talked about this in our episode. I talked about the book Sacred Hoops. And so Phil Jackson, he applied this to the Chicago Bulls in the 90s. And they won 6 NBA titles. And then he brought it then to Los Angeles with the Lakers, and with Kobe, they won 5 more titles. And so in an athletic setting, it's about like observing the game around you. What is happening, right? What are the players, what are you noticing about the players, their tendencies, their movements, their behaviors and patterns? And using like a more cerebral approach, then you can make decisions accordingly. So it's the same thing in life, right? So if I'm more aware of the world around me, the people I'm communicating with, the things that I'm doing and learning, I can make better decisions overall, and better decisions in very specific environments. And it's incredible. I just like, it's fantastic. I would encourage anybody to really take seriously developing a sense of awareness, and especially self-awareness too, right? Like, you're in a space, how am I fitting into this space? Really like pulling yourself out and being objective, observing your own thoughts, your own behaviors and habits. It's so valuable. And if you're on a journey of self-improvement or, artistic discovery, creativity, it helps so much, to really look around you and at yourself and then make corrections necessary, or find where you can. This is where it really comes into play. Is like having like awareness of yourself and your personality, your skill sets, and being aware of your environment and observing, being aware of like, okay, what is happening now? In order for this environment to improve, what needs to happen, right? And how can I help? That's where you can really make a difference, is by understanding, in this given situation, in this given environment, how can I give myself to it, right? Now, for, say, basketball, it's like, what skill sets do I have? I'm using basketball as an example because this is kind of how it started. Because I use athletics a lot of times to be a doorway into other types of learning that I can apply to many different things in life, creativity, relationships. But in basketball, it's like I can shoot really well. So as an example, use my brother's bachelor party. He wanted to play pickup basketball. So we played pickup basketball for like 3.5 hours. And on the teams that I'm on, I'm aware of like the skill sets of everybody, the talents that everybody has, and then put them in position to best succeed, right? Because you're aware of who they are, what they bring and offer, and you just want to set them up for success. Yeah, and then you know when to insert your own skills, right? For me, like shooting, it's like if this game gets a little too close, I'm gonna shoot a little bit. But you want to get everybody feeling like they're involved and participating in a collective goal. And awareness can do that. So the skill of awareness, it's beautiful. It's very hard to develop, I would say. Not necessarily hard, but it takes time. And in a world of instant gratification and immediate desires and results, it can be a very challenging thing to develop. So, but awareness. I'm also proud of awareness. Awareness.